Saxon Course 2, Lesson 75 is area of a complex figure and area of a trapezoid. So here I have this shape. I'm going to try to divide it up into shapes that I know how to find the area of. So in this case, there are three different ways I can divide it up. I can divide it up into a long rectangle and a big rectangle and a triangle. Or I can divide it up into a big rectangle, small rectangle, and again another triangle. Or I can find the area of the entire square and then subtract the area of the little triangle which has been cut out. Now I want to pick the one that's going to be the easiest, and it looks like C will be the easiest to do, so I'm going to do number C for this example. Okay, so first I find the area of the whole big shape. So that's going to be 10 times 10. Okay, so the area of my square, is going to equal 10 centimeters times 10 centimeters, which is equal to 100 centimeters squared. Okay, now I need to find the area of this little triangle that has been cut out of it. So that's going to be the area of that triangle is going to be base times height divided by 2. So it's going to be 4 times 7 divided by 2. 4 times 7 is 28, divided by 2 is 14 centimeters squared. So I'm going to subtract 14 centimeters squared away from the 100 centimeters, because that little triangle isn't part of my main shape, so I'm going to take it out. So that equals 86 centimeters squared for my answer. Okay. You'll get the same answer no matter how you do it. Just sometimes it's easier to do one way over another. Okay, with this one, we need to find the area of the trapezoid, and then dimensions are in centimeters. So the area of the trapezoid is equal to 1/2 base 1 plus base 2, and then I divide that whole thing by the height. Okay, so the two bases are the two parallel bases. So base 1 is going to be the bottom, and base 2 is going to be the top. So if I put those numbers in, I'm going to have 1/2 times base 1, which is 7, plus base 2, which is 10. And I'm going to times that by the height, which is 6, because the height has to be perpendicular. Okay, so I have 1/2 times 17 times 6. So I'm going to do 17 times 6 first. 6 times 7 is 42, carry the 4. 6 times 1 is 6, plus 4 is 10. So it's going to be, that equals 102 times 1/2. So basically it's 102 divided by 2. Okay, which is equal to 51 centimeters squared. Okay, so next one, estimate the area of this trapezoid. So since I'm estimating, I'm going to round each of these numbers. So 5 feet 11 inches, I'm going to round up to 6 feet. 7 feet 2 inches is going to be 7 feet. And 10 feet 1 inch is going to be 10 feet. So I'm rounding to the nearest foot. So again, the area equals 1/2 base 1 plus base 2, and then times by the height. So if I put in the numbers, 1/2 times base 1 is 10, plus base 2 is 6, and then my height is 7. So it's going to be 1/2 times 16 times 7. Okay, I'm going to go ahead and simplify the 1/2 times 16 first. That'll be simpler. So 1/2 of 16 is equal to 8, so I end up with 8 times 7, which is equal to 56 feet squared for my answer. Okay, and that's it for this lesson.